Alright, leaving my motel now, got my cup. It's great escape time. I'm really hyped. I love this park, even though it's a little small. I love the park. The atmosphere is great. It looks nice. It's got some good rides like Comet, and I don't know about anything else, but I really like Comet, and I'm hitting up 2 credits, so let's get this. Alright, so I made it out here. It's about a 10-minute drive from my motel, and I think this park is low-key slept on, like, because it's got some pretty good rides for, like, if you don't look at it like it's a Six Flags, then in my opinion it's a really nice park. It's got a corkscrew, so I mean obviously I'm an Arrow fan, so like I love anything Arrow. So it's got an Arrow corkscrew, it's got an Arrow mine train, it's got the Comet, which I always rave about. It's got New Orleans old drop tower, which is really cool. I mean, it's got a super loop, so like this park seems to actually have a lot of staff too, which I really like. Being overstaffed is better than, you know, being understaffed. They were actually even had people in the parking lot like directing where to park and stuff like that, which I really like because it makes things more organized and it has less of a mess. And I'm fat and I can barely walk up this bridge. Looks like it's down today. I mean, trains in the brake run and there's restraints open, so that's always a good sign. Still not as bad as Great Adventure. Their entrance is really, really nice. I really like it. Like I said, this park looks really, really good. I love it. It looks great. Alright, I'm just gonna wander over here first, see what we got. We got the Swan Boats, we got the Drop Tower. Oh, we got, you know, Six Flags shit.
One flag!
Then we got Boomerang. I haven't seen the Boomerang cycle once, so I'm assuming it's closed, but I'm gonna go take a look over there anyway. Alright, so the Boomerang is open. It's called Flashback. And I just realized it still has the same right Twix, left Twix advertisement it had when I was last year, back in 2014. That's hilarious. They also got a train ride here. It's got railroad crossing, so let's ride this piece of crap, even though I've already ridden it. I remember it being not that bad though, so yeah. For a Boomerang, I forgot how smooth this Boomerang was. Like, this is really, really smooth, especially for a Six Flags Boomerang. And it was also pretty intense. Like, it astonished me how smooth it was, and I forgot this is actually my first Boomerang. So yeah, like I said, this park looks really, really nice. They also have a different mascot here. His name is Spruce the Moose. And it's a bear, but I don't know what he does. I don't know what his name is. But yeah. Alright, time for Canyon Blaster. Hopefully it's open. I missed this credit last time because I wasn't a credit yet, so I'm gonna be riding this one next. It looks like they repainted some parts of it, and like, I'm not sure though, but this used to be a rock and roller coaster at Opryland in Nashville, Tennessee, which I actually went to Nashville in 2016 and stood in the parking lot where this used to be, because now it's just a giant parking lot. It's not a theme park anymore. So yeah. Also, the support structure is really cool. I don't know if that's Great Escapes, because it looks like, I don't know if that was here at Great Escape or it was the original support structure, because it looks very, very, very like new Arrow type. And you can see here, this is new Arrow track. And right here too. So yeah, let's try this out. Third Arrow mine train this week. This mine train's got some theming to it, and it's got some nice rock work, and it's got all these old like wagons, and it's got some machines over there. Like I said, this park is high-key slept on, even though it has like not that many great coasters. It's got some good theming to it. Okay, more theming. Like I said, park is slept on. This is good theming for Six Flags. It looks really, really good. There's some new Arrow track too. That was a horrible mine train. Absolutely garbage. It was really rough, and also it had hydraulic restraints, which I didn't know. That was kind of weird because it has the same exact trains and lap bars as the one at Great Adventure, except obviously without the like the train nose, but it had hydraulic restraints, which is a weird thing. And I could like totally push up on them like a good inch or so they were not like good at all. Like on the brake run it came up a little bit, but I don't care, so it's fine. So I'm assuming this is the park's kiddie section since Frontier City's new kiddie section is called Timbertown. So I'm assuming Frankie's Mine Train's gonna be in here. So let's see if I can get this credit. Hopefully I'm not too tall for it or something. I'm too tall to ride. Guess I'm missing out. So this is their new for 2018 ride, I think. I'm not quite sure. So I'm gonna check this out. New England does have the same thing, but it's Cyborg and 2 doors instead. So let's check it out. So my opinion on Pendemonium. Fun little flat ride, good for families, but it's really nauseating, and my only really gripe about it was definitely a really short ride. Like we probably hit the max height it goes to for about 10 seconds, and then that's about it. Oh, look at that. The bobsleds are open. They are never open. The app is actually saying they're closed, so that means I'm gonna go ride them because the line might be a little short. And that's a ride that used to be a Great Adventure, so it's definitely a nice little historic ride, and it's a lot of fun, even though it's kind of uncomfortable. That was another interesting ride. I've ridden it before, but I don't remember it being that like different. It was actually fairly intense for what it was, and there was at one point where like the train moved a certain way, and I got like ejector airtime. Like I lifted up like a good like foot out of my seat because the lap bar was like nowhere near touching me, and also the like the aligners going into the brake runs, like that align the train, are really like they really rough. Like they hurt so much. Like they jostle you around like crazy. So that's every major coaster here done except for Comet. So I'm going to Comet now, and I cannot wait to ride that again. It's so good. It looks like Comet's almost a walk on. Let's go. There's like no line for it. Okay, so I just rode Comet twice, once in the front row, once in the back row. Definitely a front row ride. It has a little less strong airtime than I remember it, but it's still a fantastic ride. Still my top 15, absolutely. We're also here, got an enthusiast with me.
How's it going?
Iron Rattler fanboy.
Yep, name's Colin.
Subscribe to him on YouTube. He's pretty cool. I met him at Great Adventure the other day. Kind of just said hi to him when I was working, and then I found him here. So it's kind of coincidental. So I'm gonna go get lunch now. I've never eaten here before, so hopefully the food will be good. Getting some food at this skillet place. Looks pretty cool. They got a giant skillet. Looks like they got some good food here. Okay, I thought I ordered a cheese steak, now just a cheese, whatever this is. So I just rode Condor. It's a good family flat ride. We tried riding Demon, but it's closed. So I don't know what else to do. Probably ride Comet for the rest of the night and then go home. But yeah, like I keep saying, this park looks really, really good. Looks like they have some sort of gold mining attraction, but it's closed. So, oh well. It's a really good family park. If you want to come here with like your family, it's definitely good thing to do with your kids. So I rode Comet, what did I ride it, 4 times?
At least.
Yeah, 4 times. Oh,
yep, 4 times.
Low battery. Oh well. So we rode that 4 times, mostly in the front row. This is definitely a front row ride. The back row, I rode that when I first got here. It was all right. But yeah, the front row definitely has mostly floater, but it does have a few ejector moments, and I really like that. The one hill that's over there, right before this big hill right here. That hill over there has a really good moment of ejector, which is really weird because it's one of the smaller hills. And it doesn't have that steep of an angle either, which is, it's weird, but it's good. So yeah, we're mostly doing this right now. We've been kind of looking at on and off Steam and Demon because it's been closed all day for some reason. Yeah, he needs the credit for it. I don't. I rode it back in 2014, but I rode pretty much every coaster here except for Frankie's Mine Train and Steam and Demon, so not sure what I'm gonna do now. Might do Extreme Supernova, but it has a really long line, so I don't think it's worth it for the small little pendulum that it is. Our corkscrew's finally open, so we're gonna ride it. Hopefully it won't be that bad. I don't remember it being too bad though, so. Well, it definitely felt like an arrow. Wasn't that bad though. I think I'm gonna try it in the back because I always hear the back has like the insane ejector air time, you know, the arrow gives. All right, we rode in the back. That beat you up. That was pretty rough. Yeah, it's been closed on us all day, so Colin just got the credit, so that's pretty good. Honestly, that was the way rougher than I remember it being. But I was 14. I didn't really think anything was rough back when I was younger. So yeah, that was pretty intense. Good. I love good aero looper though. Even though it was rough, I still enjoyed it. The corkscrews were definitely the worst thing. The aero loop felt like an aero loop. Definitely sounded like one too. The whole train, you know, did the screams and the bumps, and yeah, classic aero. Okay, so now I kind of did everything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might do this thing. Not quite sure though. I'm probably gonna do the drop tower because I've never ridden that, and that was from Six Flags New Orleans, so it's kind of interesting. So I think I'm gonna go ride that, see what that's about. So I just went on Sasquatch, which is their SNS drop tower complex. I did the drop, not the shot. And I thought the drop was pretty good. It wasn't like amazing. It wasn't like the Hershey's tower at Hershey, but it was still pretty strong airtime, and overall enjoyed it. So I think I might do Grease Lightning just for the meme. And I mean, I enjoy Super Loops. They're good flat rides. That was my third Super Loop and definitely the worst one. It was boring. It had like a rattle, and it was slow too, so it wasn't even that forceful. And like, I don't get it because they actually have a joystick on this one, so that means the ride operator controls on what the ride does, and he had no idea what he was doing. So like, he literally just kind of like went back and forth with it, and then did like a loop a few times, and he literally stopped riding. It was a short cycle, not interesting at all. Literally like, and barely any hang time. Didn't even pull any good positives. So I think I'm gonna ride Comet one more time, and then I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna miss this park, honestly. It's a really nice little park. And it is dead. There is nobody here.
Maybe just one more time. One more time.
Oh, those were the best rides I ever got in this ride. I rode 2 times in the back, 1 in the front, and it was really, really good. Like I think the back row, I retained my statement before that the front row is better than the back. I think the back row is way better. I rode back row Blue Train, well, second to last because back row is down for some reason, and then I rode third to last, my final ride, and it was so good. Like there was the stained ejector at one point, and like it was floated on every hill. It's such a good coaster. Absolutely in my top 10. Okay, so that concludes my day here at Six Flags Great Escape. I really like this park a lot. It's really, really clean. It's got that whole family-friendly atmosphere. In fact, they even have announcements going over the speakers every like 15 minutes or so, like, this is a family-friendly park, let's keep it clean, no cursing, you know, appropriate clothes, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, they really push it here, and I really like it. It doesn't feel like a Six Flags park at all. It feels like a family-owned park, you know, like it feels like a Herschend park almost. But it's got that Six Flags niceness to it. Like the goods of Six Flags are here, but the bads aren't, in my opinion. It looks great. It doesn't feel like a Six Flags park except for like the Super Loop, but like that's about it. Like the water park looks really nice. I didn't go to it. I've never been in it, but that's about it. Also, one thing I really don't like is at Great Adventure, they have a really bad music loop, but here they have a really good music loop. Like, yeah, some of the songs are a little bit older, but like, it's all good stuff. Like, they got some really good stuff playing here compared to what they have at Great Adventure. Great Adventure has some weird music. Really good park, nice staff. Operations not too fast, but you don't really need it. It's not that busy usually. And like the food was pretty good. My dinner was a bacon Swiss burger, and it was really good. It's just that it was kind of dry, so. But that could have been easily fixed by putting some ketchup or barbecue sauce on it. Otherwise, this park's fantastic. It's underrated. If you're coming here just for coasters, don't do that. You gotta do the whole park. You gotta really take it in. Yeah, of course there's credits, but like, and obviously Comet is just worth it alone. It's a really good classic wooden coaster. Floater, airtime on every hill, few ejector hills. There's this one hill with a sustained ejector. It's really good. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe.